Okay, 3-tone with the Kara 28 coil on my Anfibio. I'm in 14 kilohertz. I just did a test with the 9-inch concentric coil on the Anfibio. And now I'm going to try it with the cruiser coil. This coil is stock on the cruiser, and I swing it around a lot because it balances the that squirrel just fell from the tree. 3-tone, 6-inch deep clad quarter. Barely hitting it, man. And it's hitting it right there, right down there. So that concentric coil is really outperforming this cruiser coil big time. Big time. I'm at 97 gain. I'll go to 99 and see if I can get away with it. It's barely even hitting it, man. Barely even hitting it. I'll go with this nickel at 5 inches deep. Barely hitting it. It's not a very clean tone, like the 9-inch concentric coil. It's a very clean tone. Both these targets were clean tones. Go this foil here. The foil is clean, that foil on the surface there. Now I'll go over this dime right here, dime at 3 inches. Just not performing very well. Not nearly as good as the 9-inch concentric coil. Nothing. Getting a little hit there, this way. It's just so scratchy. Very, very scratchy. Yeah, see, I have it up too high. It's just gonna go crazy, right? Have it up too high. I'll drop the gain down to 81. I'll actually put it in 4-tone here. I gotta adjust my iron volume here. Just barely hitting it, even in 4-tone. Just 6-inch silver clad quarter. 4-tone. The soil is just too hot for 4-tone. Still too hot. It's doing good on that nickel though. A little bit better on the nickel. See what it does on this jewelry right here on the surface. You know, it's there's some shallow jewelry right at that plastic bottle cap there. And 4-tone, it just goes too deep. If you have really hot soil, if you put it in 4-tone, it tends to really pulse a lot. Or if I go higher up in the gain here to get some depth in 3-tone, I usually hunt in 3-tone. This is basically, that's the only mode that I can use it in. This Anfibio multi machine is in 3-tone. In 4-tone, it just does not perform in my hot soil here. And I think the coil that does the best on just for all-around hunting is the 7-inch concentric coil on this machine here. In my hot soil, the big coil does the same thing as this cruiser coil here, but I'll just test it out. Right here, I put it on there too tight. It only takes a second to change coils on the Anfibio, so you know. And the Anfibio has a big stem in it, so I can protect the end of my wire there, the terminal, that connector, from dirt. And I just stuck it in there the wrong way. I can protect it from dirt, right? My other machines, I can't do that because they have such small stems that the cord connector will not fit in the end of the stem there. Just like that. Now test this one out, see what we got going on here. Turn it on. Give it a quick ground balance here. Ooh, 20s. 48, that's not gonna work. 70, that's fine. So 3-tone, gain 89, that's usually what I have it at. ISAT's at 0. See, it's barely hitting that thing, man. If I go really slow. Not even hitting it, man. See, that's why I don't use this coil, because it just doesn't perform, man, in my soil. It's just too big of a coil. That's why I have small coils. And I'll try that nickel here. I can try 20 kilohertz, because I know it might do a little bit better here. That's a nickel right there. It's doing a lot better at 20 kilohertz, right? And that's a mid-conductor, so if I raise my frequency up, it's going to hit that mid-conductor a little better. It probably won't even hit this quarter at 6 inches now. Going with this dime over here. With the Anfibio, you really have to listen for those tones. Oh yes, hitting it good right there. But just one little spot there. Just not hitting it, man. It's depressing, man. That's a high-end machine, right? I use that machine and I've gotten a lot of relics with it. It's a heavy machine, it's very durable, multi-frequency, but I can't use the 5 kilohertz frequency. The lower frequencies in my soil just doesn't perform. And it's just very slow recovery speed in 5 kilohertz. And I'll start the Simplex up and it's gonna be ugly. The Simplex wasn't performing very well on these targets just a few minutes ago. The Anfibio with the 9-inch concentric coil was spanking those targets out big time, man. It's the best that Anfibio has performed in the last 6 or 8 months is today. And I really haven't swung the Anfibio much in the last 6 months. I have only taken it out once out in the field in the last 6 months, just because I have other machines that are just going to perform a lot better. It just needs an update, you know, that overload response on this machine. Just my other machines don't overload, right? They don't completely disable the machine, you know, when you get an overload. It still gives you numbers, still gives you tones, you know. With the Anfibio, it needs an update before I'm going to use it out in the field again. So I might not even be using the Anfibio if they don't come out with an update. So you're probably not going to see much of the Anfibio because I very highly doubt that they're going to come out with an update for the Anfibio, because it's an older machine, and it's their pride and glory, you know, their high-end machine. But you know, if there would have been an update, there would have been one already. So I'm gonna start the Simplex up and let's see. And having dial the machine in, change frequencies and all that stuff, push bunch of buttons, switch modes. I'm not into that bullshit, right? Excuse my language, but you know, with the machine, man, you just got to turn the thing on and go, right? Even the advanced machines, you know, with every site, the Anfibio is different, man. So I have to really dial the high-end machines in. With the Simplex, I don't. I just turn this machine on, 6-inch deep quarter. Look at how fast I'm swinging. And this is a tough target anyway. You know, a lot of my machines struggle on this one. The Deus, the Equinox hits it really good in 4 kilohertz, but you know, I can't use those lower frequencies in a lot of my soils. There's a 12 kilohertz machine. Here's that nickel right there at 5 inches. You know, you can swing the Simplex super fast like that and still get targets. Just spanks my other machines, man. Every time, just about every time I test this Simplex against the Anfibio gets its butt kicked really bad. There's the 268 version or 267 version, so struggling there. It's struggling, but not on that nickel and that quarter there. How evident is that, right? I can be just swinging here. Dig that up. With the Anfibio, was not doing that on both those coils, right? There's a lot of iron in this spot right here. Both these, all three of these, there's iron all over here. I mean, you can hear it. But, you know, you want a machine that's going to be evident on your target. And you want a machine that's going to be evident on your targets when you're swinging faster. You know, the faster you swing in like clean ground, the more targets that you're going to get out of the ground, right? And if you have a machine that can go deep and shallow, hit those deep and shallow targets all at the same time. This Jim. Well, I got to answer this phone call. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.